Hey everyone, I hope you were able to tune in to tonight's episode of First Virtual Dates with Lily Mae and Chris. I really enjoyed it, and so now we're going to go into the follow-up and see how each of them enjoyed the date, or if they have any feedback, and just ask a few questions. So I hope you all are able to tune in. Here, we're going to Oh, well, thank you, Shawnee. Yes, we're just waiting for everybody to kind of get on, and so we can talk about this date here tonight. I really enjoyed it. It seemed very natural, a natural flow, like they knew each other for a long time, and so that's always fun. I always like when I go on a date and have a connection, and feel like I've known the person for a while. All right, here is Chris. Let me see. Let's see. Phew. Okay. Okay. Hey, Chris.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. Am I loud?
Always.
I was thinking that same thought actually as I asked the question. Am I loud? Like all the time. All the time, every day when I wake up, when I go to sleep, like, come on, loud. Thank you. Yeah, so how about that date? I really enjoyed it. Like, I was like, okay, this is going well. I see someone had chimed in and they're like, do they know each other? And I'm like, right. That's how well it was going. The energy, the flow of the conversation. You all seem like you were comfortable, like you already went together. I'm like, okay, this is cool. I think that's why people were asking the questions. They're like, get into the nitty gritty. Like, let's change it up. Let's get some different dynamics. Because it just seemed like y'all been together forever. They're like, oh, okay. So, but yes, thank you for definitely reading the comments and answering some of those questions, because I know with a lot of the viewers, if they're watching, tuning in, and really wanting to kind of be interactive. So yeah, definitely. So what did you think about the date? How was the date for you?
It went well, like you said. It was natural. It really was. It really was like we knew each other. It was almost like we spoke before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before we got on, but we didn't.
Right.
Real easy to talk to. But honestly, I think it's because she's a Capricorn, like me.
Oh, okay. All right. Give me a little credit. I think I did a good job with the match.
Oh, no, you definitely was too. Like Yvonne, she matched us up based on our compatibility. So shout out to Yvonne about that.
Okay, woo. No, but yeah, I thought it was really great overall, and I know that there were some questions, in there. Who is it? It's Brown Barbie had, she had some reservations.
Brown Barbie was trying to drag me. She was trying to drag me the whole time.
I think she was trying to keep you on your toes. She was just like, okay, well, let's see. I got a few questions. And I think, too, it's kind of hard because when you see, like, attractive people, I won't lie, I've definitely been like this in the past, too. When you see attractive people, you're kind of like, are they single? I wonder what happened, in their last relationship. Like, this person, he loves God, he's employed, he's got his own place, he's good looking.
Oh, he's perfect, right? But see, that's the fallacy we can recreate. I like what D. White said. She like, y'all did a good job for the first date. Like, yo, it's the first date. Like,
yeah, definitely.
I've been guilty of that. I've been guilty of blowing people out on the first date. You know what I'm saying? Just because you see a connection or you see something good, it's like, but it's still, it's only been a week. Like,
right. Because anything can happen, and I think a lot of times.
I think D. White just said that.
Got a little that. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of times too, like we just don't expect, things to just be good, like it's like you got to work, you got to work at it, and sometimes, it's just it's just natural. You meet people that you just click with, and every attractive person, woman or man, is not a bad guy or girl or woman. Sometimes they just chilling, and I know that you said that you had just got out of a relationship about 3 months ago. And I still think that even with that, there's some people on Black Love. I've seen a couple, and they were talking about how they both had just got out of a marriage and met each other and just hit it off. And then they started dating, and then they're married, happily married. And so you just never know who your soulmate's going to be in time. Even though we get caught up with that, you never know when it's the right time. I mean, it'll be natural, like today. So I think that's, a good thing. And then someone, I believe they asked about, I think Ms. Brown, she asked the question too about if you were open, to, something serious. And for me, go ahead, finish. I was going to say, for me, what I got from it is that, that's responsible. Like, you got out of a relationship, but, in order for you to become best friends with the person that you're going to be with and do something long term, you need the time to get to know them. And so just because you got out of something 3 months ago doesn't mean that you might not meet someone today, and, spend the time getting to know them and that be, the person that you end up with.
Exactly.
So, I think the time restraints and things like that, can be an issue. And another thing is when you had said about women, and then the time clock and all that, the Vegas diva, she had mentioned something about that. She's correct. And also to add to that there's a pressure that's on us, right, as women. And then as men, I never really thought about it until you said something, that there's a pressure kind of on you all, too. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but...
And that's exactly what I was saying. Is it
because
it indirectly creates this pressure, like, you know what I'm saying? And that might have been the guy's intention, or, you know what I'm saying? Or he might have just, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like, I'm under pressure to, do these things.
Right. And then it's just like, how long do I have to think it through? Because as a man, with you all, being the head of the household, people are traditional. It's a lot of pressure. It's just like, okay, so I got 2 years to do this, like I wasn't even thinking about it. I just met this person and fell head over heels. Then, I was starting to think of what do I need to be doing so that, I can prepare, for this, if that's how it happened. And so then you put, you give yourself a time frame of when you want to go ahead and, okay, make this happen. But if someone else puts a time frame on you, it's almost it seems like the question would be as well for you. I was like, well, does she really love me? Or is she really into me? Or is she just concerned about,
what it is that she's looking to get done?
Meeting this goal, before this time. And then that can make you guys feel away, as well. And so I never really thought about that.
I don't think that, honestly, from a male perspective, I don't think that men get a lot of credit in regards to what it is that they're meant to to provide. You get what I'm saying? Like, when you're really a man and you're meant to provide, and what that really means, when you look at biblical terms and all of that, like, it really is a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying? To like have to provide for this. And I'm not discrediting women. Look, I could never birth a child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are incredible. Y'all are like, but like, I think there needs to be a better understanding of both sides and what it is that goes into both sides and making that come together. And it can't just be all about, like you said, it can't just be all about what I want, and it can't just be all about what you want. You get what I'm saying?
Right. No, for sure.
It has to come together naturally, and it has to be an understanding of that we're going to have to build and work through that together. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not going to be one side, oh, he does everything, or she does everything.
Right.
It is a constant this all the time. And
working together. Partnership.
It can come across one-sided to, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, damn, like, you just want me to do everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that could be on either side.
Right. No, totally. Yeah, so the Vegas team said, yeah, we got to be more self-aware when dating. And it's very true. You have to get to that point where you're saying, I'm going to be honest with myself and I'm going to be honest with you. In order for us to be, the partners that we need to be, I have to be vulnerable and transparent with you so that, we can help each other. We can be better. We can communicate better and actually enjoy our life instead of act like it's got to be so much work and misery. Because a lot of times people, will say that are married, and if you're aspiring to be married, my mind has changed so many times, but obviously I aspire to be married, but I want it to be the right, the right way, the right person. But you'll talk to them and they'll say, well, marriage is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And it's just like, okay, I think, I agree with them. I can see how it is because I watch folks, married folks, single folks, people who are dating. And I believe it can be a lot of work, but I don't think it has to feel like a lot of work if you are patient, and take the time to get to know the person that you're with and know that they're, a match for you. It doesn't have to feel like work. You can literally be married to your best friend and enjoy them. And you got,
it's like taking time to be a friend first. And that's where I went wrong in my last relationship. Is it was like we weren't necessarily friends first. We were attracted to each other. We cared about each other. We even loved each other. But it was like if you like even with friendships, because when you're friends, you have a better understanding of like one another. You know what I'm saying? Like you're right. You're able to operate differently with each other. You know what I'm saying? When you have a friendship established, and right. Like, when that's not established first, then it makes it a little bit different. It makes it awkward. It can lead to other issues. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. I'm not like obviously I'm single. I'm not.
I know. I agree with you. I've never been married, either. I think that it's important for us during this time while we are single, dating, courting, whatever, to take out the time to kind of learn from other, people who are married. Mm-hmm. Be careful of the folks that are jaded, because there are some people who are jaded that will discourage you because things didn't work out for them. Mm-hmm. But I think the best thing is, even if something doesn't work out for me, like if I'm in a relationship doesn't work out, is for me to be able to be self-aware of the issues and of how I contributed to it and what I learned from it, what I could have done better, instead of just focusing on, they were this, this way. This person was crazy. That's everybody. Yeah. Or this person was trying to control me. And even if those things are true, there's a part that you play in it because, you're in a relationship. And so communication, it's important. And, you can do all that you could do in that relationship. And if it fails, then okay. But I don't think anyone's a failure unless they don't learn anything. If you didn't learn anything from it, typically if you talk to someone and you all are communicating, you're like, okay, what happened in your last relationship? What did you learn from it?
You're blaming it all on the other person.
Exactly.
That's the problem right there. That's the issue.
Right. But
if that person can understand that that's the issue, is that you don't want to reflect on a relationship and not saying that it's your fault. But man, what did I do or what could I have done differently? Let me look back at it. Where did it? Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? If you can't do that, and a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people, it's hard to self-reflect and actually admit that I was wrong. I could have did this differently, or I could have, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people. Right. That's a part of growth, though. I used to be like that. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody's been there. Yeah, and then when you get to the place where you've grown from it, that you can say, you know what? Yeah, I can admit when I'm wrong, Oh, the Vegas diva said, are we getting his perspective on the experience on a second date? Yes, that's definitely a question of mine. As far as, because someone had asked, I didn't know what they were saying in the comments before about a second date. I didn't know if they were asking if this was a second date with you all or not, but it was definitely their first date. First time ever even meeting. I just, show them the information about each other and, kind of just went from there. But yes, so we felt like the date went well on our end.
me as a viewer, and to many others. And you said that you felt like the date went well. So how do you feel about a second date? You would like to go on?
We even said that before we got on. That would definitely be cool.
Yeah, and continue getting to know each other. Okay, well that it's definitely great. Obviously, it's a win. It's a match. So yeah, I definitely wanted to see about. Okay, so she is on here as well. Okay, so I wanted to also hear from Lily and see what she thought about it. But did you have anything additional or maybe feedback? Did you feel like there's anything else that you wanted to add to it? No.
Oh, I love your mom. Hey, cooking with Miss Jeannie. I love Miss Jeannie.
Yeah.
Sweetest thing ever.
Yeah, she is sweet. She had your back, okay?
She sure did.
She had your back.
Give you a virtual hug, girl. Come here.
And also too, I mean, my mom, has lived a lot, life, and so she has a lot of wisdom.
I could just feel it. It was just pouring through. It was coming from.
So she could tell us all something.
Yeah, for real.
So what I'm going to do is add in Miss Lily and get her.
Add her. I'm going to be on here.
No. So what I'm going to do is add her in. And so I wanted to tell you, thank you. I appreciate it so much for you being a part of it. And I loved you all day. Yes. And so thank you again. And I guess stay in the box so you can, see what Miss Lily has to say.
Right. I'm going to get to a charger. My phone is dying now.
Okay. We'll get that. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye, Chris. Bye. Let's see. Lily. Okay, Lily. Are you able to request? Trying to see where you joined. Lily, are you still on here? Can you request to be added to the live for me? Okay, I'm going through it to see. You're crazy. Let me see. All right, Lily. So women's V1D, are you able to request it so I can have you on here? Oh, I got it. I got you. I was trying to request you from your actual profile. So I'm requesting you now with V1D. All right. It just came on, huh?
It just came on.
It was like, hey, girl. Hey, go ahead.
Ooh, let me get myself together, child.
Okay. We'll give you a second.
Yes. I'm so tired.
I know. You guys had a long day. It was going so well. It's like you guys could talk all night. So that's.
Yeah, I do think it was going well.
Yeah, that's always good. It's always good. So I just wanted to just have Chris on and talk to him about, the date and a couple of things and some of the comments. And wanted to have you on and find out what your views are and how you felt the date went and any feedback or anything like that. Yes, girl. Okay. Yes, a little bit, but give it to us. Give it to us, sir.
I get really. Look, I come alive in the nighttime.
Yeah, I know, right? We should have pushed this thing on back. It could have been a midnight love day.
My phone did not die. Well, actually. So ask me your question because my phone's about to die.
Okay, no, so I wanted to find out how you felt about the date. Was there any questions that you wanted to answer that you seen in the comments, or just tell us how you felt about the date and your perspective?
I thought it was a great date. It was like super easy. He was easy to talk to. It was easy. It was an easy date. It was a good date, I think.
Yeah. Did you? I don't know if you were on and you got to hear Chris, but he said the same thing. We were just talking about how natural of the flow it was, and how someone had commented. They were like, "Do they know each other? It's the second date." And I was just saying how nice that is when you go on a date with someone and it feels like you've known them for a long time, or that they're just easy, to talk to. Right. And so you all's vibe, the things that you're interested in, the fact that you guys are both God-fearing, and just the type of people you are. I was thinking that you all would be a great match, and I'm glad that it seems like you all were. You enjoyed each other, so definitely wanted to touch on that. And so, hold on. Oh, Lily is just gone. You see, AD?
Well, thank you.
AD trying to move in. Okay, hold on. You had your chance.
That is so funny. But no, it's a relief when you can talk to someone easily. Because I was worried about that, because of the date I watched last week.
Oh, I know.
The date I watched last week was, I was like, oh gosh, I hope it's, he's easy to talk to, and he was extremely easy to talk to. Like,
yes,
at all.
Yes, 80 definitely is too. And Chris, and last week I know I was looking at the people who were watching, my ladies and my men, and I'm like, oh, I hope they don't get scared or discouraged after this date, because people were going in on the comments, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, I hope it doesn't scare them off,
You had me scared. I was a little worried.
But that goes to show, it's everyone's, experience is different, just because, their experience was that. You may meet someone tonight, and you just have a great chemistry. It's a great, it's just easy. It just flows. It's just natural. And it doesn't happen like that for everyone. I mean, even at different points in our life, it doesn't happen like that for us, and then sometimes it does. You'll meet some people, and maybe even if it's someone that's that becomes a lifelong friend, and you connect with them the first day that you meet them, and you're just like, wow, I feel like I've known you my whole life. Like you my soul sister, And so, so I love when that happens. I was like, yes,
Good job, Yvonne. You did a great job.
Thank you. So did you have any feedback or anything that you thought, that could have made it better, or no?
We didn't have all those comments in there. If we could have turned off the comments.
It was support. We support you both, Some people, it was just like, it was that tough criticism, they're like, hey, like step it up.
Yeah.
So, and I think
any feedback, I don't have any negative feedback. To me, it was just easy. It was how a date, it's how you hope a date will go. You hope it'll be easy, and you hope it'll be, like a conversation that flows, and you don't have to think hard, and you don't have to come up with questions, but you just talk. So it was very ideal. It's like you hope for that. So
it was a hot mess last week. Oh Lord, hot mess last week. Well, yeah, I mean, it's definitely refreshing that it was a match. And when I spoke with Chris just a few moments ago, I asked him, we know that you guys touched on this about going on a second date or keeping in touch, and learning more about each other. And he said, yeah, we talked about that at the end of the date, that, we'll stay in contact. And so I'll definitely will pass each other, each other's information. And I'm really excited about that. I mean, if you agree,
Sure, of course.
Okay. Just wanted to confirm. Confirmed. Okay. All right. Well,
I get silly at night.
I know. I'm loving it. But you guys, you're smiling, all night and stuff. So I know that you were definitely into the date, and so was he. And so I'm just glad for the success. And thank you so much for being a part of Virtual First Dates. And I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye now.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Good night.